There are some guys out there who just have this mysterious aura, and it drives women absolutely wild. They just can't help it. But here's the thing. Most guys today, they don't have a clue about it. They talk way too much, they're always acting like clowns, and they just don't understand the power they're leaving on the table. So we're going to dive into the art of mystery and how you can actually use it.
Let's clear something up right away. A lot of people think being mysterious is, well, cringe. They picture some socially awkward guy sitting alone in a dark corner. But that's not it at all. The reality is, when you master the art of mystery, you become powerful. You become that guy who genuinely excites women. And honestly, you become an absolute monster in any field of life you choose.
But look, there's a catch. You can't just force it. If you try too hard, you're just going to look like a fool. The real key here, and this is crucial, is to display just the right amount of mystery. It has to feel natural. So let's talk about how to do that. First up, we're going to talk about the power of being unseen. This is all about building your foundation in private, away from the constant noise and the need for validation. This is where the real work happens.
The first way to do this is to simply disappear. Now hold on, I don't mean you should go off grid and start doing useless stuff. The biggest flaw so many people have is they always want to be seen, begging for attention. No, you make your best moves in the shadows. It's a strategic retreat to work on your goals without anyone knowing what you're up to.
And think about the benefits here. When you disappear for a while, you're no longer chasing that constant validation. You can actually focus on your goals. And you know what happens? It creates intrigue. People start wondering, hey, what's he been up to? And you learn to be comfortable on your own. See, the best men know the power of solitude, not the weakness of loneliness. They're two very different things.
All right, number 2, withhold information. Look, you don't need to overshare. Only an impulsive clown answers and reacts to everything. Instead, be intentional. Think before you speak. When you do share something, make it a conscious decision. Give out just enough information to keep them guessing about the rest. Don't let them know everything about you.
Okay, so you've put in the work behind the scenes. Now, how does that translate when you're actually around people? Let's get into mastering your presence and how you can command a room.
So yeah, how does a mysterious man actually do that? How does he command a room? It's not about being the loudest guy there, I'll tell you that. It's about having a charismatic aura that just naturally draws people in. And a huge part of that aura comes down to your voice. Charismatic people, they know how to use their voice to win people over. They vary their tonality. They use strategic pauses to build anticipation. It makes people lean in. It's an incredibly powerful skill and something you can absolutely develop. Another huge piece of this is calmness. Think about it. When everything is going crazy and everyone else is panicking, the man who stays calm in the face of that adversity, he instantly has an air of mystery. People look at him and wonder, how is he so composed right now?
This is basically stoicism. It's that ability to stay level-headed when things get emotional or chaotic. And I'm telling you, women in particular respect a man who can handle tough situations without losing his cool. It signals real strength and control.
So all of these actions, the private work and the public presence, they all come from a specific way of thinking. So let's dive into the mysterious mindset itself, the internal framework that makes this all work. A huge part of this mindset is being unpredictable. See, most of our conversations are on autopilot. People ask a question, they already expect a certain answer based on stereotypes or what they think they know about you. When you break that pattern, when you're unpredictable, you force them off autopilot. They actually have to think and engage with you. But let's be really clear here. Unpredictable is not the same as chaotic. A chaotic person is just unreliable. They have conflicting values. You can't count on them. No, a mysterious man is calculated. He knows exactly what he's doing. You just don't know what his next move is going to be. This brings us to emotional control. Mysterious men often seem like they just don't care. Now, we're all human, we all have emotions, but the key is to avoid showing emotions that can be used against you.
When you stop reacting to nonsense, it worries people because now they have zero control over you or your emotions. And that leads us to the final technique, which is summed up perfectly by this quote. A parrot talks and talks, but can't fly high. But an eagle is silent, and it can touch the sky. You need to observe like an eagle. Often, the quietest, most observant man in the room is also the smartest and the strongest.
So we've gone through the private work, the public presence, and the internal mindset. Let's wrap this all up with a final takeaway. At the end of the day, what this is all about is changing how you see challenges. The obstacle in your way isn't there to stop you. It's a stepping stone. It's a chance to practice these principles, to get stronger, and to level up. And there you have it. We've shown you the path, so the only real question left is, what is your next move?